Hi there, happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well, staying safe, happy, and healthy. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time. In today's video, I'll be talking about landing pages, and this topic is super important to digital marketers and social media marketers. So if you are a business owner struggling to get people to take action, call you, fill out a form, get in touch with you, increase sales for your products, whatever the reason may be, whatever goal or objective you may be having for your business, understanding a landing page is super important. So I thought I'd make today's video on that topic specifically because there are some elements that need to be taken into consideration before and when you're designing your landing page. So if you're working with a graphic designer or a web designer, someone that is going to be helping you accomplish this landing page, but this would be a good video, I would say, to try and understand some of those elements. So let's just go ahead and get started. First, let's understand what a landing page is, okay? So a landing page, if you think of it as a single page website. You have the single page website and you have, your logo, you have certain elements in there that I'll talk about more as well. But basically, it's your chance and your opportunity at getting people to take the action that you want them to take. It's for you to be able to provide more information to your audience about the product or the service that you're trying to sell. It can either make or break that relationship with your audience in terms of how they perceive your brand as well. And so, a landing page is like a brochure, if you want to call it. It's a single page website that will have a couple of things. So number one is your logo. Your logo is super important. It needs to be prominent and above the fold. Some of the elements actually I want to talk about that will be above the fold, okay, are your logo, your call to action, your image of your product or your service, some sort of image that would convey the message to your audience that this is the service or the product that you're selling, and also a one line, like a title or a subtitle or a subheading right there above the fold, okay? So what I mean by above the fold, and I've just said this a couple of times as well, this word above the fold means before the user scrolls down, whether it's on the desktop, tablet, or phone, before they scroll down, you want them to be able to see all of these elements so that they can connect with your brand and already understand before they even scroll down what they're supposed to be expecting. Okay, so that is the whole purpose of above the fold content. Okay, and so as you scroll down, there are other elements too. There are things like your value propositions. These are your benefits, for the product or the service. And so why should they connect with you? Think of it, your value proposition as a way for you to tell your audience, tell that one person that's actually spending time. Because if you think about it, people are coming to your site and they are, giving you their time. So how are you going to convert them? What are you going to tell them in order for them to get, your trust, right? How are you going to basically tell them, hey, you know what? We are the right brand. We are the right company that you're looking for. So value propositions are benefits, and the other term that goes with this, or it's also known as USP or unique selling proposition. This is some pointers. They could be in the format of icons or bullet points. The more visual the better, obviously, but reasons that people should choose you. Like, are you accredited by the Better Business Bureau? Have you been around for 20 or so years, for example? How many projects or how many products have you sold? So many different ways that you can approach the value proposition, but these are just some ideas for you. But basically, you have to identify what are some of the reasons that people would choose you. Saying that you have the lowest price is not sufficient as a value proposition, because anybody can say that, right? It's easy enough to find a manufacturer. It's easy enough to find someone that can build the product for you or the service for you, provide that service for you for a super low cost. So saying that you have the lowest cost and that you're super reliable, that is not good enough as a value proposition. Think about some of those things that would separate you and identify you from your competition. Don't think about price. A lot of people just talk about how cheap they are and how affordable they are. That's just not a good approach. Your customer reviews, your testimonials, what others have said about the experience that they've had with your brand, right? And so these are reviews that you can incorporate onto the landing page, that you can, it's a way for you to tell your audience, hey, you know what? We are good because others have said this about us, right? So as far as incorporating reviews or testimonials from customers, think about, including Google reviews or Facebook reviews directly onto that landing page. That's a really good way for people to know that this is genuine. These are reviews that will automatically populate directly onto your landing page based off of what they leave on Google and Facebook, right? And so obviously programmatically you can define to show the 4-star, 5-star reviews, but those are the ones that you want to incorporate onto your landing page just to give that extra confidence to your client. Next is also think about incorporating a contact form, an easy way for people to get in touch with you. That is super critical, and make that form super easy. Just ask for the bare minimum, the basics, like their email address, their first name, and a quick little message. Whatever you feel that would help you to reach your goal overall, that's what you want to include in that form, okay? So make it convenient, make it simple for people to get in touch with you. The FAQ, frequently asked questions, these are questions that you can populate that you've probably collected over time from your audience, from your existing customers. You think about some of those common questions that you get asked all the time and include those on the landing pages as well, and in form of a drop down or in form of just like an entirely different section, because that will help clear out and avoid people calling you and bugging you for simple questions that you can easily answer within that landing page as well. Finally, the last element that you're going to need on your landing page is the call to action. The call to action is usually in form of a button, and so it will have text such as call now, buy now, learn more, subscribe, sign up to the newsletter, whatever it may be, whatever that goal is that you've set for this landing page to do for you. That's what the call to action should support. The overall idea behind a call to action is to create that sense of urgency for your audience. You've already done this job at convincing them through your value propositions, through the customer testimonials, and having them look at your product, look at some of the features and benefits of the product or the service that you're providing. So that call to action is that final attempt at getting them to convert and do that action that you want them to do. So I'll leave some links to some landing page designs that I really like. These are basically all the elements involved in a landing page. So I hope that this video was useful. I hope that it was insightful, and I hope that you're able to learn from it. And if you have any questions, as usual, just feel free to let me know. Send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to help you where and if I can. Thank you. Take care. Have an amazing Sunday.